Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome back to the realm of inspiration. In today's video, we are doing connecting to the Jasmine Flower and cultivating Serenity. I've been doing lots of channeling work today and lots of work in general, and I have been using Jasmine Flower and Jasmine Incense to cultivate Serenity. And one amazing thing is I am seeing that I am able to channel for longer when using Jasmine. So it is bringing that serenity. This is, as of right now, the last of the flowers and their kind of spiritual implications video. It's the one that it's been in waiting to do. And I feel this like rush of, okay, let's do this. Energy and an excitement that now is the time. And as always, and if you read my book Awakening the Channeler Within, you will know that for me to channel things, I have to have experienced them. So I go through a lot of life experiences, and some of them are not pleasant, but we do them to be a channeler. And I cannot channel things I've not experienced because it kind of violates the act of being a communicator of sacred truth. So I had to really go through cultivating Serenity and using the Jasmine Flower. So like all of the videos with the flowers, I was like working with them before channeling and trying to work on these energies. So now I feel like it's a year ago. I think by the time this video comes out, a year ago. So I'm recording this like a week before. So yeah, a year ago, at the end of January last year, is when I made my list of the flowers and did the download of what they represent. And it took me a year to work on cultivating Serenity with the Jasmine Flower. Cultivating Serenity in general. Serenity has always been something that I have sought after because I've learned from the Elfian Realm that when you cultivate spiritual joy and serenity, it is the exact equivalent of having spiritual protections as well. So like on top of having spiritual protections with the archangels, also, cultivating deep spiritual joy and serenity is the equivalent of having an energetic protection. And I do feel really protected when I am with and when I use Jasmine Flower and things, which is very interesting because when I was younger and I worked in fragrance for a little while, just to have stability of money, I did not like the smell of jasmine, actually. So I also think that's where my hesitation came from. But a more spiritual perspective of it is it really brings this soothing sense of ease that I've not felt. Like, you would think like lavender brings a sense of calm, but serenity is like this deeper calm, this like spiritual calm that brings your soul to this sense of alignment that it's not worried about anything. Like, I mean, your ego isn't able to make you worried about anything, and you just feel more empowered. I don't know, like it empowers me. So with my jasmine incense doing its work, and really having the flower symbolism all around, let's call on a Elfian, Earthian elemental of the jasmine flower to explain to us a little bit more. I just gave my human testimony, but we need the Elfian perspective. That's why we are here. We are channeling the elves to explain to us exactly how Jasmine Flower cultivates serenity, how we can use it, and just let us know about cultivating serenity with Jasmine Flower. So, a divine feminine, Earthian, Elfian elemental of Jasmine Flower. When I have safely stepped back, you may step forth. Hello, beautiful beings. I'm a divine, feminine, Earthian, Elfian elemental of the Jasmine Flower from the Elfian Realm, being of inspiration. Our realm source is the flower of inspiration. So, of course, it was within my heart song as an Elfian to work with a flower, and I chose the one that reminds me of the flower of inspiration the most in its energy and aura, and that is the Jasmine Flower, because it carries this deep, inspired serenity that cultivates this sense of deeper, peaceful joy that when I observe it in nature from beyond the veil and I see how the animals and humans respond to it, there's a certain zest that comes through, a certain rejuvenation, a certain calm wave of something deeper. So the jasmine flower, it carries the more like 3D gray area sort of element that's fragrance, that's smell. All flowers carry this. And its fragrance isn't necessarily something that is considered to be used in something calm. It's more perfume-like. But the aroma and the aura, because a lot of times with flowers, their aura actually manifests in their aroma. So basically what it is with scent is not like a cosmic thing at all. It's more like an earthly element. And what it truly is the physical manifestation of aura. So you can't necessarily see the aura that a flower has. But you can smell its fragrance. So that smell is a manifestation of the aura. And as you start to evolve and ascend into different dimensions, maybe the smell isn't as pungent or isn't as strong, and you start to kind of see colors around the flower. You start to sense and feel the aura. So as you expand your energy and you start to work more with your spirituality and work more with Mother Nature and the earth, you can see the evolution where the fragrance isn't necessarily something that is as strong to you anymore, but then when you're around the flower, you feel and sense and see the aura. So that is the upgrades. But in the beginning, it's how its aura is expressed. So this is the same with trees. This is not the same with animals, because I hear a communicator kind of listening to this, because this is a message she should know, so we're letting her hear it, and she's asking, is it like the same also like with fish, you can smell them? No, it is not. With fish, it's not that their aura, no. With flowers and trees and agriculture and plants, that is where that fragrance, that aroma, if it has a aroma, that it's feeling that aura and its natural environment. So sometimes you can smell rain. You are smelling the aura of rain. So this is what we mean. And with jasmine flower, it's good to have outdoors or indoors, mainly outdoors, to create a sort of shield of serenity. There's a deep reason why this flower carries serenity, and it has to do obviously with its deeper aura. So it is a flower that has also a lot of cultural and ancestral significance across the collective ancestries. It is a flower that can carry this sense of when you receive it, you're like, this is this beautiful thing that I've received. And that creates this sense of serenity. Serenity is when you feel this sense of gratitude for something beautiful, and it makes you feel peaceful because you are able to acknowledge the beauty of nature. And that is where the jasmine flower comes into play. When it is outside in nature and you walk past it and you get that smell and you turn around and you're like, that's jasmine. Oh, that's a nice aura coming through. And it sort of just like grounds you a little bit. We've observed this in a lot of humans. When you walk past it in the wild, when it's in bloom, and you just pause. Serenity is a pause for the present moment. So basically what I'm doing right now is explaining to you the aura of the jasmine flower, because its aura is serenity. It causes you to pause and be in the moment. So you can use that in incense, for example, crushing the jasmine flower and creating incense. You can use it as something outside. It's more outside if you're going to have it in full bloom, because that's when it causes you to pause. I know the human expression is stop and smell the roses, but what we observe beyond the veil is actually you're more inclined to stop and smell the jasmine than you are to stop and smell the roses, because the jasmine's aroma is stronger than the rose. Its aura is stronger. That's why serenity is this strong, powerful feeling. And if we're to say beings of serenity, in general, would be the flowers, right? We're beings of inspiration, the Fae are beings of hope, we have the beings of truth, beings of knowledge. Serenity is also this very powerful thing. And there isn't like a true being of serenity, but flowers do create the sense of serenity because they make you pause to look at them, to admire them, and serenity is rooted in present moment awareness. But the jasmine flower, above all else, really makes you pause. What's that smell? There are other flowers like gardenia and other ones that have a stronger aroma as well. But there's something in the aura of the jasmine and the way that it's used and the way that it's cultivated. And that it's been cultivated for centuries and centuries, in generations and generations, that it's this beautiful thing to admire, to be grateful for, to make you pause and appreciate the beauty of nature. And when you do that, that's when serenity washes over you. And it's something that, in combination with the sea and the mountains and other peaceful things, it really creates this overall collaboration of serenity. In all forms that the jasmine flower takes, it can cause you to pause. And what is this? Is this jasmine? To pause, to think, to ponder, and in doing so you are appreciating the beauty of nature. And that's bringing you serenity. So to add it to your practice is to get it outside your door, outside your building, to have the flower, to cultivate it. And inside, get the incense and use it when you want to create a serenity, a peaceful state. And it has a grounding property as well. So our communicator has been using it and been doing lots of channelings. And this grounding energy that the jasmine flower has, because of its serenity, allows a human being to channel for longer periods of time. Because there is grounding in serenity. So it rejuvenates the body every time. So it's something that if you do, clairvoyancy, clairaudiency, psychic mediumship, light language, whatever it is that you do, that's you connecting beyond the veil. Having jasmine flower with you will bring this grounding serenity to the body, that when you kind of close the healing space, you close the clairaudient space and you tune in, you're grounded, you're in peace, not in pieces. Because sometimes, you can feel a fragmentation when you come back from doing a lot of, deeper light worker work and feel a little bit drained. But the jasmine flower brings a revitalization of energy, and that's through the serenity that it gifts the body, the mind, the soul, the heart, and the inner child. So it's also something, and this is if you do a meditation today, or a journaling, or drawing, draw your inner child holding a jasmine flower. Visualize your inner child holding a jasmine flower and singing. And that's serenity and spiritual joy. You want to take your inner child out of some trapped places and integrate it with you in the present moment. Give it a jasmine flower, let it sing, and join you. You can even draw that. Have that as a symbol. The token and totem of the jasmine flower can cultivate grounding serenity. So use it in this sense. Carry it with you. If you get it, what's the human term for it? We're giving our communicator the visual for it. If if you get it pressed the flower, and put into a glass and glossed and wear it as a necklace, having that piece of the flower with you as a totem, as an amulet for serenity, this is a beautiful way to use it in your life. And cultivating serenity with the jasmine flower, as using it as a sacred tool. And with every flower, with every herb, with every crystal and every animal, it is a tool. It is an eternal loving friendship. It is a partnership connecting to life, because you are a being of life, humans. And when you work with life, when you work with the jasmine flower, when you work with anything that is living, and have it assist you in your journey, you are on purpose. So creating totems with flowers that you wear at different days. Oh, you want to connect to divine love, bring in a rose quartz and add to it a rose. Pressed and preserved. You want to heal, use it in your healing practice. You can have lavender all around your Reiki table, your healing space, with amethyst around it. Using everything as a tool. You know, and you want to work with the Earth Star, have a totem of the horse. It's using everything as an assistant to you, because it is more than just you governing over life. You are in partnership with life because it's your essence. And as the Elfian Realm, as your eternal loving friends, we are to inspire you to create eternal loving friendships. And hopefully you can do that with the jasmine flower moving forward, to cultivate deeper serenity, to help keep your soul aligned and on path. Goodbye for now. I did not for 1 second believe that I was in this space doing that channeling. I was somewhere else. I was sitting inside of a flower. I was not here. Like, I was grounded in my source excellence in a flower. It was very interesting. That's the main visual. Like, just like sitting in a tree with jasmine flower all around. It is very true. I saw the visual of like stopping when you smell a jasmine flower. I've had this happen on so many occasions when I've been traveling, where it's just like something that it's like, this is something I recognize. And a lot of times it happens to me while I'm traveling, and it's like, this is something I recognize, and I'm in a foreign place. And it just like, oh, it brings a sense of peace. It's so fascinating. So hopefully this inspires you. And that concludes this video. If you know any other plants, any trees, any flowers, anything I've not already done, I will organize these videos into a playlist so you can check out all the ones I've already done. And if there's anyone I have not done, let me know in the comments. I will put probably a poll in the community tab as well. What flowers, what plants, what trees you want to understand their spiritual significance. But until I go back to that series, be on the lookout for the spiritual significance of weather and colors. Because rain will be incoming, but the next video will be colors. Will be spiritual purple. So let me know in the future what plants to connect to. Until then, I will see you connecting with colors, sending you love, light, and inspiration. Stay inspired, and let's cultivate eternal loving friendships together.